So, uh, in the last class, we have learned about the number ranges, which may be your internal number ranges and your external number ranges. Apart from that, we have learned about the pricing calculation with its pricing procedure based on its sales processes. So, let's see what kind of sales processes which a business can have. General sales processes. General sales processes, we can say it like our domestic sales. Apart from domestic sales, a business can have it export sales, scrap sales, credit note, debit note, sales return process can be there. Apart from that, multiple processes can be there based on their like business processes and all. These are the standard which must be there. So generally in domestic sales, what we will require in the O2C process, what is the first step that we need to perform here? Might be pre-sales would be there. What comes under the pre-sales? Can anyone?
Inquiry,
Inquiry,
quotation,
Alright.
Quote.
Quotation.
scheduling agreement, and contract.
What kind of contracts we should have,
Value basis contract and quantity basis contract.
and the difference between the valuation and quantity basis?
Value basis will be having a fixed price, and quantity basis based on the customer how much they are required.
Correct. Okay, so post creation of inquiry, either inquiry, quotation, contract, and scheduling agreement, what procedure would be there? So after the inquiry and the quotation, that we can finalize, yes, the customers are agreed to buy the product with certain quantities with the certain rates, because in our quotation rates and of per material or per unit of the material is there. Basis on that, they are finalizing with its quantity and just confirming for the order placement. Sales order creation would be required, and post sales order creation,
delivery creation,
correct. After delivery,
invoice,
PGI,
sorry,
PGI,
PG,
yeah,
invoice and e-invoice.
invoice, then our e-invoice. So let's see. Actually, e-invoice is the not the part of our sales document, but yes. So whenever the B2B sales we are performing there in terms of business, then e-invoice is required. Then one more thing is there, e-way bill. Once your e-invoice is generated, so reference of the same invoice number, we will require to create the e-way bill.
It is for required for B2B business only, right? Arun?
Right. So in export sales, the same thing is there. Pre-sales would be required. Order creation, PGI is required. But sometime so what business suggests, so once in their delivery document is generated and they are performing for pro forma invoice. Pro forma invoice is kind of an invoice, but the taxation part and other all things are not like they are maintaining there. Just to confirm whether they are like customers, they are just checking whether the customer payment is done, each and every activity is done, custom clearance, and they have got the LC numbers and other all formalities. Based on the business, it may be vary, but once the confirmation is received from the business side or the customer side, they are making the PGI. That means delivery and its order quantity and everything is there. But we are not going to dispatch until the customs information or confirmation is there. Then we will make the PGI. So for that only they are just raising this performa invoice. But in performa invoice, each and every information are there. Like it is just a replication or replica of your invoice.
Okay.
Then PGI, then invoice. Basically, in
It is
scrap
for,
sales,
it is, Aryan, it is not for domestic sales, only for export sales.
correct.
Pro
This is just for export sales. So in scrap sales, we don't require the inquiry and quotation because we are just selling the scrap. Whatever the scrap are being generated there in our manufacturing industries, we are directly selling to the customers, scrap customer. So what we would require, the sales order creation, delivery, PGI, invoice available. There it is. So only we require. So in credit note. So what you are understanding in terms of credit note?
If any price discrepancy in the sale order or invoice, we will provide the credit note to customer for the difference amount.
Correct. Or the scenario can be like when the order is placed and invoice is created, but the customer found like they have charged more as per the agreement that they have finalized. Like suppose they have agreed a material which was in 100 rupees, okay, but by mistake in the invoice is generated with 120 rupees per unit. At that time, per unit 20 rupees. Suppose there are 10 quantity, and the total price would be like so, but it should be 1000 as per the agreed amount, and for 200 rupees, we will give the credit note to the customers. So for the credit note here in terms in place of sales order, you have to create the credit memo. So here we are in terms of credit memo, we are not dispatching or not allowing or issuing any material from our warehouse. So we don't need to create any delivery, performa, PGI. Just we need to create the invoice. The invoice would be known as credit note. That is it.
Okay, so in credit note, the changed amount will be mentioned, right?
Right. Only the amount difference for which we are just issuing the credit note. And the debit note would be same. Here we need to create the debit memo and the debit note. So at what time we are issuing the debit note?
We invoiced a higher value than the sale order. Such case, customer has to pay.
No. At that time, generally we are issuing credit note. Sorry, you are right.
Yeah,
When we are charging more
higher,
than the agreed amount,
more like, yeah.
at that time we are issuing the debit note. And the sales return process.
Can you explain again, Aryan? I did not get everything.
Suppose we have a customer ABC and material 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the per unit of the material, its price is 100 rupees. And customer are placing for 10 quantity. And our gross price would be 1000. 100 multiplied by 10 is equal to 1000. But by mistake, we have created an invoice with 120 base price. And the amount we should have like 1000, it has become now 1200. So for raise 200, we have to we have to issue the credit note against this.
Got it.
And here just the opposite scenario, when the price was 120, but we have issued or we have generated an invoice with 100 rupees per unit. At that time, customer would be like debited for 200 per unit, 200 for the invoices.
Okay.
So the sales return. Can anyone explain what it is?
If material has been returned to the company,
Correct.
returned back to the company.
Customer returns the material of the previous purchased, then it will be exchanged for a refund.
Yes. So basically, the creation of the sales return often with the reference of previous like billing documents to followed by a return delivery, and the finally credit memo which we need to allow or issue to the customers against this return. Usually, so this process is used to handle the physical returns of the goods from the customers. So suppose you have created a invoice, the first one, domestic invoice, where you have performed this sales scenarios. Okay. At that time, we will have to create the sales order first. It should be known as return order. So two types of sales order process can have in the system. First is with a reference of your invoice or your billing document. And the without reference. So in terms of without reference, we can understand like it's been around 2 years, 3 years when we have sold the material to the customer, but here in the current situation, we don't know what was the billing document number. So we can't get the number or we can't take the reference number. At that time, what we are doing, we are just issuing either we can just issue the credit note directly to the customers against the services like a return of the product, or what we can do, we can just put the same material which we have issued to the customer at the time of selling, that we can take as a reference. So basis on that, we can create the return order and can issue the credit note. So generally, business law or business choose the reference of the invoice or the billing document. Then they are preparing the return order.
Aryan, for without reference, like there will be no any condition from business, like within this many days, customer need to return the order, return the material if they want to return.
Suppose there are 5 materials. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 materials. And its price was 7, 12, 33, 4, and 5. With a quantity of each one quantity. So here customer wants to like return only 2 materials here. So when you will be taking the reference of invoice, each and every details which was there in the invoice, like the customer details, its material details, and everything, like would be copied from your invoice. Each and every details would be there in your sales order when you are taking the reference of invoice. At that time, you can select like you can see like these are the material which we already have sold to this customer, but at this time they will require to return only these two. You can just select the two line, remain you can delete from there, and you can process for its return delivery. So after return order, we have to make the return delivery. So what you are understanding in terms of return delivery? Basically in delivery, so in general sales, we are making the delivery against we are making the PGI. So here we have to create the return delivery, and after creation of the delivery, we will have to make the PGR. So here we are just issuing the material where our inventory is credited. Here we are just receiving the material again, physically material. At that time, we will have to post good return. Here your accounting entry would be inventory account debit to COGS, cost of goods sold. It not would be credited. And in terms of PGI, here your COGS should be debited and inventory is credited. Okay. So after creation of the PGR, so once you done the PGR, you can see your inventories increases with the quantity you have received physically from the customers. And then you will have to make the invoice against this return invoice. That time we don't require the e-invoice or e-way bill, as we are just receiving the material physically. We are not dispatching anything. Okay. So someone were asking like how we can understand like here these things. Like how we know the material, how the material are copying from the invoice to. So in the last session, we have not explored the copy control requirement. That means how the data is being Profit from your, you can say from your subsequent documents. Sorry, preceding to subsequent.
Aryan,
Yes.
sorry for the interruption.
Yeah.
I still have doubt regarding this inventory and cost of goods sold. Can you just give me the example and explain that again? Like the debited and credited, I still have doubt. I'm not getting what is that inventory and cost of goods sold, how it is debited or credited.
Basically, this is a financial entry which is
Okay.
generally generated once you are creating the PGI documents.
Okay.
PGI, where you are issuing the material from your warehouse or from your plant, but here the customers are not involved in terms of payment.
Okay.
Okay, at that time your cost of goods sold, the cost of the material is going to be debited and your inventory is going to be credited.
Okay.
That means your inventory is like decreases with that numbers of quantity, and cost of the inventory would be debited. But once you create the invoice where payer are involved, at that time customer would be debited. At the time invoice, the accounting entry would be customer account would be debited, and your COGS, cost of goods sold, would be credited. And one more thing is your taxes would be credited. That means your customer will be debited with 1000, where COGS, that means your base price of the material, suppose which is 800 and the taxes is 200. So in sum of COGS and tax, the customer will be debited with the full amount. At the time of invoice in creation, this accounting entry would be generated.
Okay, then, thank you.
So
And
Aryan, this accounting part, like who will do this accounting part? Like
no, just for your understanding, I'm just displaying this. So you don't need to see, but yes, you need to understand how the inventory is created, when the inventory is created, and when the customer is debited and created. That things you need to understand. You should know actually.
Mm.
Okay, so we were on the copy control. So basically, the copy control in the system, which helps us to like copying the data from your preceding documents to subsequent document. So in terms of preceding documents, suppose we have created a sales order. So sales, if we are creating first the sales order, this should be our preceding document. But once we are creating the delivery, a reference of the same sales order, then this document would be the subsequent document of the sales order. So how copy control work? So each document type or document will have an item category. So item category helps us to copy the line item information. So what you are understanding in terms of line item?
Materials which are mentioned.
Let me show you. Actually, the transaction code of the item category is VOV7. So here you can see the item category which are already created. So once we will create the sales order, we will create the delivery document type. At that time, we will create the item category, which we need to assign with the both from the from the sales order to delivery. This thing I will let you know later on. First, we need to understand the copy control. So here the preceding document can be our source document. So generally we are in terminology of SAP, we are just telling this as a source document, and the next document which has to be created reference of the its previous document would be our target document. Whether you can say the source document or preceding document. So why we require this copy control? Suppose we have order, sales order. Suppose we already have an order, and we can just copy the old order to create the new order. At that time, we will require this copy control. So when we require to create the reference the order to order, and we have to perform the transaction code VTAA. Here, sorry. So as you can see, the target. Can you see my screen? Hello.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Here you can see the target of sales document type and the
Yeah.
source. That means target where we have to copying the from the source to target system. So in the position you can search the lot of source and target document type is defined. Let me go with the standard OR. So here you can see they have already created from the inquiry to sales order. Inquiries are source document like our preceding documents, and the OR, the sales order. It's a pre-sales, it's a sales document. Let's see this one. So once you are clicking on the item, you will be having the item category. This is this type of item category we have defined. So let's open anyone TAP. Here you can see the control, the copying requirement. So basically, whatever information we have in the line item, suppose in the line item we have the material code, just please wait a minute, I'm getting a call. Sorry, actually, I have a call. So the line item, you know what is the difference between the line item data or header data? Can anyone explain? Or I need to describe?
Maybe header data is the main and line items are the materials that.
So So whatever sales document we have, whether it is your sales order, your delivery, your invoice, each and every document will have the header data and the line item data. Header data, that means the master data information, generally which are not which is not required to change at the time of order processing. The customer code, customer information, your payment terms, each and everything would be derived from your customer master. Your payment terms, Incoterms, like your delivery proposal date, customer PO with a reference date. This would be your header data, but in line item data. So line item data is a customizable where material code, plant information, your material quantity, these things. Let me show you what is the difference between the header and item level. So hope you remember we have created a sales order just for reference.
Yes.
Oh, I think the order number was 20. Yes, it was. So here, information, whatever you can see here, this is the header section. Here, whatever information are there, which are captured from your master data, the payment terms, yeah, the BP business partner. What is 311? In master data, under the customers, under the sales and distribution tab. In the under this billing tab is there. Here you can see the terms of payment. Correct? Or apart from the sales data, in company code data, here it is. You can find the payment terms. Got it? So whatever information you will capture here or you will like map here, the same will be reflected here. So your question would be here, even the payment terms is not there maintained, how it is like determining here automatically. Actually, we have created the order with the reference of old order. I think the order was 19 or 18. So whatever information are there, the same each and every information are copied from the reference document and it is created. So the information here you can see this is comes under your header information, or you can go here display header details. You can see that here under this you can see the information, whatever tabs are there, that all tabs are comes under the header data, like your sales information, the document type, your sales area, each and every information which you can see here, the shipping information, billing information would be as your line item data. And here the information whatever you are just filling at the time of order creation, this is known as your line item data. So let's double click on the material. Here you can see the whatever tabs are there, these tabs are comes under the line item data. The plant information, your net weight, gross weight, because it can be vary based on your material. Sometimes you have a material have 10 quantity, another material is having 5 quantity in the line item. So it may or may not change here. So this is known as your line item. So your item category helps to capture all the line item information from your source document type to your target document type. This is how line item categories work. So in the same,
So Aryan, this is like the header data comes from master data.
no, this is the material is also your master data, the 48 material. But the line item where we are just making the or we are just putting the manual intervention like your quantity, your material can be different here in the first line. So wherever we are just putting the manual information that are comes under the line item. So here you cannot make any changes on the sold to party because this is your customer where this goods has to be dispatched. Correct. So the customer information would be your the header data where that are freezed, and your material like 10, 15, 200, 500, 1000 material can be there. So basis on that you can change the quantity or put the quantity basis on the customer requirement and can place the order. Because under the line item there is a section of the condition where you can put the manual price for each material. So this is the customizable where you can put the information or can change the information. Any question?
No, Aryan.
What code can be your sold to party of and shipped to party. The same metadata, your sales document type. The information which are common, you can say like your metadata document. In the line item. Prices, your in line item you have scheduling date, scheduling delivery date can be there in the line item, or other prices condition like your base price, your taxes, discounts can be there, which can put manually also. Then in the copy control function, here you can see the multiple options are there. Basis on that you can perform. So here you can see the major thing, the pricing type. Correct. What is pricing type? Here you can see the option. So the same option, the pricing type, you can also see in the sales order. Zero two. Change the sales order. Condition. The update option, you can see the same option which are there in the configuration. User can see here also and can put the or can update the price. So what it's mean like, so here you can see the carry out new pricing, the option B. Carry out new pricing, that means you have like you have filled all the information, however the price is not determining. Even you have condition record of the pricing, taxes of each and every condition record that are already recorded there in the system or mapped in the system. At that time we will have to perform this one, B, carry out new pricing. That means whatever information basis on the customer or material, whatever price is there which we have already saved, that will be redetermined here. And the other options are also there. Here you can see the G, copy pricing elements unchanged and redetermine the taxes. So at what time this works? Suppose we have a manual price, like the PPR0 is a manual price where we have put it the 100 rupees per unit. So at this time, like again, delete this. Suppose we don't have any pricing here. So what we can do, PPR0, and we will put the 150 price. Here you can see the net amount would be your 3000. How? 150 multiplied by total quantity. 150 is per material price, which will become your 3000. But as we have entered this price condition manually here, so when we have updated this, carry out new pricing. So you can see your prices. Actually, the 3000, the prices which we have put it manually here was not recorded in the system. We have put it manually here. So in terms of B, what we can understand, so whatever price we have in the system as a recorded price, that will be determined automatically at the time of order creation. And here, in terms of G, what you can see here, the redetermination of the taxes. Suppose each and every condition is there, but taxes are not determined. At that time, we will have to apply this condition G, where whether it is your manual price and system price are there, that would remain same, but your taxes will be redetermined. Lot of condition are defined. PPR0, okay. So whatever pricing condition which we need to record or map in the system, there's a transaction code VK11. Here you will have to choose a condition type. So at the time of order creation or changes, what we were using? PPR0. So in PPR0, what was the material? It was, I think, 48. So suppose for the material, we are like sales organization. What was it? Sales organization is Z01. So I'm just creating a pricing condition here using the transaction code VK11. And for 48 material, I'm just keeping the amount 180 for 1 unit, and the price should be valid from the current date to valid to infinite date. Currency is not defined. Okay, the unit of measure. The unit is your currency INR for per unit. Okay, I'm just saving it. So here in the same document, you can see there is no price. Let me update again this. Carry out new price. I think I need to create the document again. So what is the transaction code to create the sales order? Can anyone?
VA01.
Correct. So you can see sometime I'm using /O and /N. /O is being used to create the new session, and your current session would remain same. And when we are using /N, that means this current session will be closed and your new session will be open. So here VA01. So I'm just taking a reference of the same. OR the order type, sales document type. OR. Customer code was this one. Sold to party. I'm just keeping the same. Sold to party is a ship to party. Putting the material information. Material code was 48. And the order quantity, suppose I'm taking as 20. And the plant information. Something Z. What was the plant? Z is 01. Payment terms. Actually, payment terms is not there in the like with the customer master. Let me show you this one also. Where's the master data? Okay. Same. Now I am just maintaining here the terms of payment, so that we will see like how it is determined automatically there. 0001 suppose. Sorry. Transaction is this one. Sales customer data. So under the customer data, billing types there, and the payment terms here. 01. Just saving it. Okay. So I'm just coming back and try to create the new one where we will see the payment terms here. VA01. So here you can see the payment terms is auto determined. How? Because we have just mapped in the customer master. Got it?
Okay.
And material code was 48. That means the quantity 20. And the plant is set as 0.1. Okay. So once you have filled this information only, like your customer information, your material information with its quantity and plant information. So in the condition type, you can see the prices is auto determined from the condition record which we have saved as a 180 as a saved condition record. You got it?
Yes, yes.
So to just display the pricing condition, the VK11 transaction code was for the maintaining the condition record, VK12 for changing the pricing condition, and VK13 to display the pricing condition. The same I have, I think, VK. Let me show you.
BK13
For display the pricing condition, which you have already mapped in your system.
Okay.
So where I have noted here. So each and every transaction code, even you can see, I have maintained there in the document. So most probably by tomorrow itself, you will get this document. Till the time I will prepare and will share with you. I'm just making it more detailed. Okay.
Okay.
Create price condition. Transaction code is VK11. Decode. Change the pricing condition. VK12 into display price condition VK13. So here station VK13. Here you can see the same condition type we have used. So the option you can see here, based on the material or your sales organization, you can search using this execution button. So for 48, what we have maintained. So here you can see the prices we have maintained 180 per unit or per meter, I think, which is valid from your current date to infinite date. Once your new price will be revised, then what you can do, either you can delete this condition or you can create the directly new condition, and your current condition like validity date will expire automatically once the new price or new condition type record is saved. So here we can see how the prices are auto determined in the system based on the condition record. Okay. So we were in the pricing condition, copy control, and item category. So apart from that, here in the section, the pricing type, actually the B is auto determined. Here you can see in the item category, it was pre-mapped we carry out new pricing. So whenever you will create the sales order at that time, system will automatically determine the prices which are there in the system. Apart from that, if you want to replace this condition, what you can do, you can just create a manual pricing condition, and the same you can apply there at the time of order creation. For your reference, what I can do, I can create a new condition type. Let's see. Or we'll cover it later on at the time of order creation. Hoping you all are having access of the system, SAP system.
No, I
Have you
haven't.
configured it?
I haven't
No,
configured
No,
access.
I don't. No.
Okay. Give me a minute. Let me ask Sammy. I just had a discussion with them. So most probably by today or tomorrow morning, you all will be getting this. Okay. So apart from that, you can see the other option, copy schedule lines. So when we are creating a scheduling agreement, at that time, this will work, the schedule line. That each and every document type we will create here in the SAP system, and we'll see its scenarios, its copy control, its item category, how item category works, everything we will see. Where you can see the item category here in the line item. Here. I hope you can see TAN. Basically, TAN is your standard item category. Can you all see it?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Then in the same, I have like mentioned here the standard functionality of each and every processes. For inquiry, standard item categories, AFN. For your quotation is here, your sales order. Here you can see. These are the standard item category, which is predefined in the SAP. Apart from that, TAN is also there, which I missed to write.
So this cannot be changed, right, Aryan? It is fixed.
No, actually, this is predefined, but somehow, as per the business requirement, you can make the changes. But item category, like one document will have only one item category. Basis on that, suppose you have 4, 5, and 6 different type of sales processes, and each processes will have the different type of order, sales order document type. For that, you will have to create the Z. So last time, I like. So you can create ZTAN custom, item category. So what you can do, you can just copy the entire item category information and you can make the minimum changes, whatever you want. Suppose there is an item category TAP, correct? What we can do, we will copy this TAP. How we can do? Let's go to the header. So in reference of this, what we can do here, you can see the copy option, correct? We will create the new one. Target and the inquiry, everything would remain same. Enter. Let me see the QT quotation. So I'm taking this promotional order. Already exist. Or contract. Yes, we can make for contract. So once you copied the existing one, so each and every information you can say, you can see here are copied from your existing. You can make the changes like the transfer data from VVAK. VVAK actually the table information. Regarding the table, we will cover later on after the complete processes. So here we can make this like as of now it is S2 billing documentator. We can make it the 5.2. We can make it 5.3 here. And here you will be getting option. So the option will be populated here. So you want to copy the entire condition or dependent entries which the item category is having, or you want to copy only this information here, the header information. Suppose I want to copy the all. Generally we are copying all. So number of dependent entries like this one, 2, 3, 4, like total 11 entries are there which are copied, and you can just save it. Okay. And now you will have to, here you can see the save option. Just save it. So here I am not performing or not saving because this is your PRD your live environment. We will make the configuration in the development and we'll see it. Copy control. Copy control. Item category. Apart from that, document types. Okay. So whatever like just wait a minute. करता हूँ कॉल अभी 5 मिनट. So today we have just learned the header data, line item data. Apart from that, the pricing condition record, which we are saving here in the system for automatically driven, and the copy control, item category, and document types and processes. each and every scenario, whatever we have learned today, will be like let me show you one more. So here you can see the document flow option, the button you can see. So basically in the document flow you can see, so reference of what preceding document this order is generated, and the reference of this sales order, the delivery number, the each and every steps which are followed for creating this document, every information you can see here in this document flow tab. But this also, tomorrow we will see while configuring the system, document flow. Okay. So what we will do tomorrow? Tomorrow we will start the configuration, and we'll see each and every scenario. What we will do? We will do first the configuration of sales document type, pricing condition, customer master. We already had a session with the customer master. Again, I will show you the customer master creation, pricing condition, document type. These three things. Tomorrow we will learn. What are the parameters which we need to see at the time of configuration of the document? And for the pricing condition have like the condition table, access sequences, pricing procedure. So from today, we will start the configuration in the system. Basis on what? Basis on the same structure we have designed here.
Aryan,
Yes, here it is.
just a small suggestion. Like from tomorrow, when you start the configuration, with
Mhm.
that only, if you tell who all are responsible, which team is responsible for this particular, so that we can get a clear idea. So, who will be the responsible?
Everyone, I think everyone, we all should do it together in the system directly.
No, no, not like that. Like, I'm telling when the company, like, if we once we start the like doing
Basically,
jobs,
the
so which
structure
team is
you can see here. So,
yes.
as a SD consultant, what we can do, we can like define our structure only, the sales structure, which is start from the sales organization division. These all are above information, not be taken care by the finance team. But no worry, I'll make this or I'll create these things. So later on, you will have to perform this only. Creation of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
sales organization,
Okay.
distribution channel, division. So using the path of the standard SAP system, we will start the configuration one by one. Like here, SPRO is their standard key of configuration. Under the SAP reference IMG, here you can see the enterprise option, enterprise structure. Under this three tab, you can see definition, assignment, and consistency check. So just we will have to perform these two, definition where we will define like the sales organization, distribution channel, division, everything under the sales and distribution here. Create the sales organization, create the distribution channel, and after that we will have to assign it. So what is the requirement of assignment? To determination at the time of order creation. Suppose we have a customer master for which the sales area is defined for MARV, DO, and CH. CH for chips. They are defined. So the same thing we have to assign here under the assignment. Under the sales and distribution, setup sales area, you can see here. Here, the sales organization, the distribution channel, and the division. This assignment is mandatory or required to determine there. So each and every step we will follow tomorrow and we'll start the configuration. Okay. So, okay, everyone. Thank you. And from tomorrow, most probably, if you all be having access of the system, and then we will start the configuration steps tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Kindly share the PDF, sir.
Actually, I'm just preparing, and multiple things are there which I'm like putting manually. Here, I need to fill some more thing for you all. Like for copy control item category, document types, and document flow. These things let me like make it by today, and most probably before the start of the configuration, you all will be getting this, or you all will receive this.
Sir, I need one comment. This class every day it will be now 9 to 10.
Yes, 9 to 10 because I'm
Mm,
also working.
no, yeah, I know, but I also confirm before take admission. Yeah, 8 to 9 only I can do. Now it is very difficult to manage from my end also to 9 to 10.
Okay.
So I have a drop message to admin, so they told that check with you also.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I only prefer for 8 to 9.
Okay. Then let me discuss with Aman and
Yes, yes,
Selim,
please.
and let's see.
Okay.
We'll try to fix if we can for the 8 to 9. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So others, if you have any question, you can stay here. Or Shahil.
Yeah.
Yes, Aryan.
Okay. Other can just leave the session. I'll continue with the Sahil and just
Thank you, Arun.
stop the
Thank you,
recording.
Aryan.
Okay. Thank you all. Thank you.